Hello and welcome to this live stream. It says live chat is currently unavailable. That's weird. Let me check something here. I may have to restart it. They got a lot of problems on this platform and they have little breakdowns. Let me refresh it and see what happens, but I got a feeling it's going to knock me off and I'll have to redo it. Okay, I figured it out. I didn't know what button to press, but now it's working. I did refresh it. I just got delayed because I wasn't sure what button to press. Okay, sorry. I know people like to watch and make comments. I don't want people to have to watch live and not be able to make comments. Okay, so check one more thing here. I got two 40% alcohol joven mezcals. Okay, good. Looking good. And they're not that old. This is car tires. Oh, yikes. He said the 400 bunny rabbits taste like car tires. All right. Del Maguey Vida Single Village Mezcal Puebla. This is made in the state of Puebla in a village. And I was watching a video for this company, and they said that back in 2010, they had a problem with keeping up with production. It was pretty popular stuff, and they couldn't really produce enough. So they came up with an idea, which was to let other people produce overflow for them. But they made it a village, a single village project. Like I guess they announced it in Mexico, put out bids, say, if you want to be the village to make this, you can do it. And then somebody in Puebla say, yeah, we'll do it. They told them what to make. Do it this way, all right. No, I didn't get that taste. I didn't think you were being cheeky. If you think it tastes like car tires. I never tasted a car tire, but I know you mean like rubber, so this is made for Del Maguey by an independent mezcaleria in Puebla. And it's a green bottle, but the product is not green, it's clear. 40% alcohol, Espadín mezcal, and it's joven, it's unaged, it's young. They just distill it 2 times. I forgot to put that in the notes. Twice distilled, and then they filter it and bottle it. Simple as that. 2x distilled. Everybody knows that means 2 times. I remember seeing this stuff on a major liquor company's website as part of their portfolio, but it could be that they just have an affiliation with them, not ownership, but like an agreement. So, but I can't remember who it was. I know I saw it, but I don't remember who it was. Doesn't matter really. Just, I do remember that. Okay. I bought this somewhere. I can't remember where I bought it, but and the reason is because a lot of stores sell it and they always have like the same price. So wherever I bought it, it was $32.99. But it's like I shopped around. No, I did not make specific trips looking for it, but just when I happened to be in stores, I looked and I saw, okay, $32.99, so I just said, I'll buy it because it's the same price. Same thing with this 400 Conejos, 400 bunny rabbits. Everybody had it for the same price except one local store, Mathern's, had it for $1 cheaper, so I bought it there for $26.99. But I guess it didn't move that well because once they sold their case, which was only 6 bottles, I never saw it again. I guess they didn't want to bring it back. But it's a pretty wallpaper, isn't it? Hey, I'd put that wallpaper in my house. Okay, that's bottle paper. I know wallpaper is not popular anymore. There's a new owner. It has a wooden cap. There's a new owner, and it's Cuervo. This was started in 2015, but not by Jose Cuervo. But Jose Cuervo is the third owner, so it's been passed around. Herbie says Mexican mezcals. Correct. You are correct. So let's look at, let me pour it first. Oh, these are tight. Wow, you heard that pop. Boom. Okay. Had a little water in there. All right. So $26.99. You're not going to find. I don't think you're going to find it for that price now, because I bought this a few years ago. Yeah, and then like the last time I saw it, it was at Total Wine and More. It was like $28.99. Still only it's only $2 more. Now, if you look on their website, you're not going to see the name Jose Cuervo anywhere. You'll just see a little reference to Proximo, which most people don't know what that is. So that distances themselves from Cuervo. You see, they're pretty sure about that. Del Maguey Vida Puebla, produced in Axocopan, Puebla, double distilled copper pots. And then you can make with it. Mexican coffee, Malinai, Oaxaca soda cocktail, al pastor recipe, and so forth. I have no interest in that, but other people do like to make cocktails. But personally, I don't. I don't like to drink them, and I don't like to make them. And you could counterpoint me and say, well, you do cocktails, I was ready to drink. I do that. I review them, but I don't really like them. I mean, well made, usually they're very well made. You know, like the worst case, like a B. Usually they're an A minus. But I would actually never buy it for myself to drink. Don't hate them, but I'd rather be honest, tell you the truth. I don't drink it, and I don't really like it. Joven. The Joven is an award-winning mezcal produced from 100% Espadín agave using traditional methods. The harvested in Oaxaca, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, if that's important to you. And then they give the flavors, aroma notes, and finish. So yeah, I'm not going to focus on that. I can never remember it anyway. Gold medal, Global Spirits Masters. Gold medal at the Global Spirits Masters, 2 different categories. So it's won a lot of awards. Oh boy, cocktail. Get the picture with these things? But then what liquor website doesn't show endless cocktails really when you think about it? The old 1800 bottles used to have Cuervo on them. Oh, they did. That was before me. That was 1978 when that came out. But I mean, I guess I believe it, but I never paid any attention to it. And I've never tried 1800 tequila, although I'm not opposed to it, and I've never bought any, and I'm not opposed to that. But now you look at it, I think it says Proximo Spirits try to, distance themselves. I was looking at some online, pretty cool. Oh, okay. But you see, in 1978, you would drink Jose Cuervo to show off. You want to look cool. Say, oh, I'm cool. Everybody's going to think I'm cool. I'm like with the in crowd. I'm going to drink Jose Cuervo, so I'll fit in. And then when the internet came along, then you had the tequila snobs out there like, you don't want to drink that? That's the worst stuff in the world. Cuervo's the worst. If I went to a party Or if I got invited to a wedding reception and all they had was Jose Cuervo, I would drink water. I wouldn't drink. And you're thinking to yourself, I bet you wouldn't. But you know, the, these same kind of people are out there with like Budweiser. I'm looking at a Budweiser can now. You know, if I went to a wedding party, you know, a reception or a birthday party, and or graduation party, and all they had was Budweiser, I would turn my nose up at it. I wouldn't even drink anything. I'd drink water. And I don't know how many people believe that. Probably nobody. But maybe some people are that deranged that they would do that. Because, I mean, you know, you could say Budweiser's kind of bland. Okay, I get that. I actually agree. It's kind of bland, you know, like a lot of beers actually, but a lot of craft beers too. I might bring that up. But I mean, come on, man. You're gonna go to a wedding reception and you know you're not paying for anything. And you bought and you're not gonna drink it because all they got is Budweiser. Uh-huh. You tell that to somebody else. It's a wedding reception. You're probably not gonna they're probably not gonna be serving delirium tremens nocturnum, you know. They're not gonna be serving Pliny the Elder or Focal Banger or whatever. But you know, anyway, getting back to regular thinking, not madcap thinking. But yeah, like I'm saying, back in 1978, Jose Cuervo was like the cool thing to drink. Now it's like looked down on. Oh, that's below me. I'm too far advanced in the tequila world to ever consider Jose Cuervo because I am very advanced. Well, I'm not advanced. Okay, if Bud Light is the only option, I'll drink it, says Craft Beer Tastic. Now, okay, honestly, if I went to a wedding reception, which hopefully I wouldn't go to unless it's somebody close in my family, because I hate going to weddings and I hate going to wedding receptions because they're boring. And the food, you say, you get all that free food. I don't even like the food. All that finger food, which it's like a bunch of snacks. And then you got all this music rituals and all. I'm just like, man, I can't wait to leave. You know, I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. Other people love it. I don't like it. Okay. And actually, I hate it. So, but that's me. You know, everybody got their preferences. Some people would say, well, I hate baseball. If I went to a baseball game, I'd be bored to death and you'd be having fun, huh? Well, yeah, it's personal preference. I get it. But I'd rather drink Bud Light at a wedding than a baseball game because I went to a St. Louis Cardinals baseball game in 2013 now, not just the other day, 12 years ago. And they had Busch beer, you know, Busch Memorial Stadium, get it? Pint cans for $9. And I told my friends, I said, that's a test. That's a test. That's an alcoholic test. Because if you are that desperate to drink beer that you are dumb enough to pay $9 for a can of Busch Light, oh, I'm sorry, regular Busch, wouldn't matter, right? You are definitely an alcoholic. And guess what I drink? I drink water out the water fountain. I drank some coffee at first because I was like, I like to drink coffee. And then I just kept refilling that coffee cup of water. And I was thoroughly satisfied. But they got other people go to that game and be like, I got to have my beer. Yeah, that's right. You got to have it because you're paying $9 for a can of Busch. And I can go right to the store and get a 6-pack for $6.99. Or in some cases, $5.99. But you're that desperate? I ain't that desperate. Huh. Actually, I'm not desperate at all for it. Or any beer. I was looking for some online pretty cool. But Bud Light, oh yeah. Hopefully there is Sam Adams or Yingling though. But yeah, you know. I understand that. Or Dos Equis Ambar or Modelo Negra. But I never went to a wedding and saw Modelo Negra or Dos Equis Ambar. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the fanciest beer I ever saw at a wedding was Sam Adams, Boston Lager. And that might have been one time in my life. Usually, if they're getting fancy at a wedding, you know what it is. It's Michelob Ultra. That's when you're really getting fancy now. Okay. Oh, well. Do I expect to win this taste challenge? Not really, because I think all these mezcals taste about the same, all the ones I bought. There's exceptions, but the exception isn't too exceptional, if you catch what I'm saying. Now, Monty Alban, yeah, that's exceptionally bad. So, of course, I got that right because it tastes so uncorrect, so incorrect. I did give it a B minus just on the fact that I do like cornmeal and it does taste like cornmeal. Or is that dirt or a worm? I can't figure out what it really is a taste of, but I don't want it. I don't want to drink it. I hate it. But I still got most of the bottle left, sad to say. But these other ones, they all like the same thing. It's just like the same thing again and again and again. So you might say, well, why even do the taste challenges? That's a good point. Why even do it? Well, I'm hoping that things will change. I bought an añejo, I believe it was a reposado, one of those two. I bought that the other day on Sunday. Actually, Sunday you could buy liquor in Louisiana on Sunday at in Pearl River, Louisiana, and wasn't a bad price. So we'll see if it's the same. Then I might start thinking about cutting out the challenges. Smells normal, agave, succulent plant, little bit of smoke, but like a little bit meaning 2% smoke and 98% not smoky. And a little peppery note and so forth. The yada, 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 like they used to say in the 1990s on NBC television. Yada, 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 same old thing. Maybe that's smoke. I don't believe. Maybe. Okay, they're very comparable. Price, well, the beat is a little more, but not way more. Hope, not way more. I'm gonna have to mix them up a little bit more. Let's just be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Yeah, this one's a little more neutral. Might be the Conejos. Let's go with the taste. Cheers. Okay, some smoke, more than 2%, maybe 12%. No, can't be that high. That would be pretty profound, right? But it's there. There's a succulent plant. There's the vegetable quality. There's the pepper note. Oh, I guess a lot of people don't like mezcal because it tastes like vegetables, which is what it's made. But they're rather fruit flavored, you see. Well, I rather vegetable flavor. Me and fruit don't get along too well. Unless it's fermented into wine, then I'll drink it and I don't mind it. But fruit on its own ain't really appealing to me at this time in life. Unless it's a banana, in which case I like it. With peanut butter. I don't know. I'm just saying that. Okay. More pepper than smoke over here. More pepper than smoke. More smoke than pepper. Okay, so they're a little different. Mostly not different. A little different. Mostly not different. 40% alcohol, no age on them. So that's an important thing to consider. Both from Mexico, not from the same company. May not matter much. People get wound up over beer, light beer, regular beer, malt liquor beer, stronger beer. Then you drink it and you're saying to yourself, like, well, it's kind of all the same, but you can't say that on the internet. People get too hysterical. So you got to, talk about the nuances and all, and you got to focus on that. But in your mind, you're thinking it's kind of like the same, but we'll keep that between ourselves and we won't repeat it. Not to mention craft beer. which is definitely a hot button topic and a trigger for people, a landmine. So we definitely won't mention that because we're just gonna pretend that it's all so it's unique. This is unique. I got some of this fill in the blank craft beer and I got emotional because I was looking for it. I'm not obviously criticizing craft beer since I drank it like every week since 1996, so I can't say too much to implicate myself. But there are some things I've thought about over the years, but I'm afraid to bring it up for political reasons, socio-political reasons. Okay, medium body. It's got a little texture in the mouthfeel, like a little syrupiness, I would say. Hmm. Well, what do you know? Notice I put my pinky over the tag because I didn't want to look at the tag, even though I would be seeing it backwards. You seeing it frontwards. I mean, oh wait, I do see it frontwards. I hope it's broadcasting front because I can't stand watching videos where they got that stuff reversed. It's like drives me nuts. It's like why your stuff is reversed? Um, and they'll say, "Well, I never bother setting my phone." Okay, well, set it. You know, why you got this fire smoke detector going off? They're doing a video at their house, and the smoke detector keeps chiming or making that irritating sound every 2 minutes. It's like, why don't you change the battery? Well, I just never got around to it. Yeah, well, do it. That's easy. Just do it. These are normal things that people should do. Cut your grass, mow the lawn, as they say in other states. Around here, people say, I'll go and cut my grass. But I know the proper way to say is, I'm going to mow the lawn. There are probably two or three people in Louisiana that use that expression, I'm going to mow the lawn. But whatever the case, I know some people that will not do it. Or if they do, it's almost like it killed them, you know. It's like just mow the lawn, cut the grass, man. You know, cut the grass. We talking about an hour. You're that lazy in life. Your phone is not that important. Yeah, but I'm looking at my phone. I'm playing a war game on the internet. It's a space science fiction game. Just mow the lawn, man. Your wife would be so happy. Like you say she nags you, but you lazy. You should be nagged. I don't mow the lawn for several weeks in the summer when it gets hot because the whole lawn will burn out. That's a different reason. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Just people. And then I have to dump too much water on the lawn to keep it green. So for a few weeks, I'll just let it grow and mow. Well, that's different states have different, soil construction and different climate and everything. So that's different. I'm talking about here where we have alluvial soil, which means you don't have to put fertilizer in it. You don't have to treat it. It just grows. That's river soil. So the grass will be thick, 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 grow fast, and be very green. So they can't use that excuse, it's going to do this and that and all. It's just a matter of they don't want to do it. Now, if it was Nevada, different scenario. Or maybe even Mississippi is a different. They have different soil in Mississippi. Mississippi soil is red, look like a flower pot. Red clay soil. Red, be red, red like a crayon, like that brick red color, Crayola crayon, or burnt sienna or something. Now here the soil is brown, like a real gray brown, and it's more like a sand than it's sandy because it comes from the river. It's they call it alluvial soil, or dry clay soil in Colorado. See, so yeah, but it's very good for growing sugarcane. Look, New York soil is cement, says Herbie. Really? That's good to know. Um, but that's why we got so many sugarcane plantations around here because I don't think they put anything in the soil. I just think they plant it and it's growing like mad. In fact, they got to set it on fire in the fall to get all the weeds out of it. The sugarcane would be full of weeds, high, high. But they don't worry. They light it on fire. And it'd be so much black smoke in the air. They'll light the whole sugarcane field on fire. It doesn't burn the cane because it's full of juice. You know, it's like wet. And then they go and they harvest it. It's something to see. You ought to see that. That is just burning like a forest fire, you know, a wildfire, but it's a controlled. But it's true. My friend's father used to own a sugarcane field, big field. My friend's grandfather, he got bit by a rattlesnake in the field. And he survived. That was like a big story that week. They call it cane rattler, I think. They like to be in the sugarcane. They slew them. I'm terrified of sugarcane field. After that happened, I said, I don't want to see a rattlesnake. I don't want to see a rattlesnake in a zoo, in a cage. I certainly don't want to see it live. I'd be scared like a person who was scared. Okay, anyway, one train just went that way and the other one went that way. Because they got a dual track here where they like drop off a train and then the other one will pick it up going west. Who's Don? What are you talking about? I watched your Dawn Busters. Not Dawn Busters yesterday. Yesterday? I didn't do one yesterday. I had to go to work early. Liquor store nearby, no prices. Oh, you talking about this morning? No prices on the shelf. When walking up to the register, the owner picks a price. No joke. It's a total scam, and I don't go there anymore. Oh, yeah. Every town's got those kind of places, those hustle places. Yeah, that was this morning I was talking about that, actually. Yeah, they look you over and they try to figure out what they think you'll pay. Like they figure, you look like you got some money. $4. $4 for this? I tell you what, my friend, for you $3. And I'm thinking, I'll never go back. When I go to those kind of places, I don't go back because I know they're running a hustle and I don't want to be part of it, especially as a victim. Okay, well, honestly, I don't really know the difference. And to be truthful, they don't taste different one from another. So we really should say it's a tie. What is your record on picking tequila in this round? Well, I'm doing mezcal, but I know what you mean. Two wins, one loss so far. 2 wins, 1 loss. But I'm thinking right now it's about to change into the negative, in a negative way. But maybe, just maybe, this one, left hand, this one right, just maybe this one is a little smokier, which would probably indicate to me that it's the Vida Puebla. But yet it's the 400 Conejos, so there you go. I know I was stalling. That's why I kept stalling. But 2 wins, 2 losses at this point. 2 wins, 2 losses. Do I think it's going to improve? No, I don't. I will be happy if I finish this even. 8 wins, 8 losses, whatever the number of bottles I have. I'll be delighted because I think these are so similar one to another that to me, it's impossible to tell it apart. But you say, oh no, you don't know mezcal. I'm a mezcal expert. I've been drinking mezcal since Laverne and Shirley, and I know my mezcal. I was drinking it before they moved to LA. Okay. I ain't seeing no blind taste tests live on your channel. So if you're going to lay down nothing but air, why are you bringing it up? What is your record on picking? Oh, yeah, mezcal. Okay, so yeah, 2 wins, 2 losses. Sorry. Is it going to change with Luminar or what's that other one called? Luminar or El Silencio or Sombra. I'm afraid it's not going to change. Okay, but just that's to me that bolsters the argument of you should just get the cheapest one, unless it's Monte Alban. Then you might not want to do that. Okay, get the cheapest one, but if it's Monte Alban, just get the one that's above it. You say, well, this Jikaroo is $2 more. Get the Jikaroo. All right. And so we have to put a qualifying statement in there. Okay, last comments. Tom said, I think it's so funny when you win or lose picking which brand because it would be impossible for me to pick or compare brands. 2 and 2 is pretty good. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I need some emotional support right now. So 2 wins, 2 losses in this challenge series so far. I do believe that these mezcals are very, 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 very similar one to another. Other people would disagree, but if you don't put your blind taste tests out there, you ain't got nothing really to back it up with. If you say you can tell them apart, let's see what's happening. Let's see the action. Don't talk about it, do it. All right, see y'all in a couple of days with another taste challenge. Thanks for watching.